If your teddies enjoyed listening to our story last time, go and grab them and they can have a listen again. Okay, so today our story is Lost and Found by Oliver Jeffers. Once there was a boy, and one day he found a penguin at his door. That would be a bit funny, wouldn't it, if you went to your door and there was a penguin outside? The boy didn't know where it had come from, but it began to follow him everywhere. The penguin looked sad, and the boy thought it must be lost, because he was ever so sad. So the boy decided to help the penguin find his way home. He checked at the Lost and Found office, but no one was missing a penguin. He asked some birds if they knew where the penguin came from, but they ignored him. Some birds are like that. The boy asked his duck, but the duck floated away. He didn't know. He just floated away in the bath. That night, the boy couldn't sleep for disappointment. He wanted to help the penguin, but he just didn't know how to. The next morning, he discovered that the penguins come from the South Pole. But how could he get there? He ran down to the harbour and asked the big ship to take them to the South Pole, but his voice was much too small to be heard over the big ship horn. So the ship's horn was too loud to hear his little voice, so they didn't hear him. So together, he and the penguin would row to the South Pole. The boy took his rowboat out of the cupboard and they tested it for size and strength. They packed everything they would need, and together they pushed the rowboat out to sea. They rowed south for many days and nights with the boy telling stories all the way. The penguin listened to everything that the boy had said. Over here, look. Over there. They're rowing for so many days. They floated through good weather and bad, when the waves were as big as a mountain. They were so ginormous compared to their little boat. They were huge. Until they came to the South Pole. The boy was delighted, but the penguin said nothing. Suddenly, it looked sad again as the boy helped it out of the boat. Welcome to the South Pole. He's helping him out the boat, but he still looks very sad. The boy said goodbye and floated away, but as he looked back, the penguin looked sadder than ever. He's waving, he's saying bye-bye, but he notices the penguin looks ever so sad. It felt strange being on his own, and the more he thought, the more he realised he was making a big mistake. The penguin wasn't lost, he was just lonely, and that's why he went to the little boy's house, because he wanted a friend. Quickly, he turned the boat around and headed back to the South Pole as fast as he could. At last, he reached the pole again, but where was the penguin? Oh no! The boy searched and searched, but he was nowhere to be found. He was shouting, he was looking, and he couldn't find him anywhere. Sadly, the boy set off for home. There was no point telling stories because there was no one to listen to except the wind and the big ginormous waves. But then the boy saw something in the water ahead of him. Closer and closer he got until he could see. I wonder what it's going to be. The penguin! Yay! And they gave each other a big hug. And so the boy and his friend went home together, talking of wonderful things all the way. Yay! So the penguin and the little boy found each other, and then they went home together, and the penguin was never lonely again. Oh wow. I really like that story because I really like how the boy was really helpful and he was really kind to the penguin and wanted to help him. I hope you enjoyed listening to that story, and I'll see you soon for a new one. Bye!